Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today is the 4th day of Ramadan and I can't believe we are already nearly one entire week into the month. I had the intention of posting every single day for you here on YouTube and the Sunnat al-Hayat website, which I will link it down below, but something happened a couple of nights ago that interrupted my workflow. So I am going to try to get back on track today. From here on out, inshallah, you'll see a lot more content on YouTube and the website. That said, if you are interested in still submitting any Ramadan recipes, experiences, memories, reminders, reflections, insights, go ahead, check out the website in the description box down below because I will still be accepting any and all submissions, inshallah. So that's really exciting. Today, here on YouTube, let's talk a little bit about how to stay healthy while you're fasting during the month of Ramadan. Fasting in and of itself has its benefits. Physically, spiritually, mentally, it's really good for you, but it's easy to overdo it. Especially in the month of Ramadan, it's easy to overexert, to overindulge when you break your fast, to undernourish when you are preparing for your fast. So here are just tips to make sure that you're building habits to stay healthy in a sustainable way through the month and beyond. So my first tip is actually to break your fast with dates. Now this is a prophetic tradition, this is the sunnah, this is from the prophetic medicine. The Prophet Muhammad said, break your fast by eating dates as it is purifying, and this is really profound because dates are actually composed of simple sugars, so it's really easy for our bodies to digest and break down as an instant source of energy when you break your fast. So rather than eating an entire meal right away, break your fast with a date, let your body kind of take that in for a few minutes, drink some water, take some time. Your body will feel a lot more energized after that. Now my second tip is do not eat too much. In the Quran it says, and eat and drink, but waste not in extravagance. So don't eat or drink too much. And we are taught as Muslims that the worst vessel to fill as a Muslim is your stomach. So if you are to fill it, then fill it with 1/3 food, 1/3 water, 1/3 air. And that just means don't overeat. When you overeat, you become lazy. Your body has a hard time digesting the food. You can't really contain yourself or actually have the energy to perform ibadah, to perform worship throughout the night. My third tip is to pay attention to your plate. When you are eating, make sure you incorporate fruits and veggies, fresh fruits and veggies, so that you are not just relying on processed foods, for example, because that can really be detrimental to your body in the long run if you're continually feeding yourself processed foods. So try to eliminate that as much as possible during the month of Ramadan and build a habit of doing so for later too. My fourth tip is about water. Carry water with you wherever you go after you break your fast, but don't chug it down all at once, because if you do, you may stress out your body, your kidneys may have a hard time flushing it out, or your body won't hold on to any of the water and all the excess will just flow right through you and be excreted and you will not feel rehydrated. So instead, drink your water slowly, sit down, do the sunnah and take a sip or a gulp, and then away from the cup, take a breath of air, breathe and then drink and then breathe and then drink and then breathe. Don't drink too much water all at once. There is a lot of significance behind this because it's important for you to rehydrate yourself without your body just letting go of everything. My fifth and last tip is to take it easy but don't sit idle. Now it's a really hard balance to achieve because it's easy to either A, overexert, or B, do nothing at all. And instead we want to be in that healthy middle ground. So inshallah, instead take breaks when you need breaks. Take a nap if you need to throughout the day. That's totally okay. Tell your boss or your teachers that you're fasting. Let them know that instead of a lunch break, maybe you need a couple of shorter breaks throughout the day to re-energize yourself, or that you might need more time on a test, whatever that might look like. But also make sure that you are moving around, that you're not just staying idle the entire day. It's really easy to fall into a trap of laziness in the month of Ramadan, and it's kind of weird because this entire month is about being dedicated to our, iman and to building ourselves and our, spirituality. But it's also just easy to be lazy because you're tired and you have no energy because you haven't eaten throughout the day and you haven't had water. And that said, I totally understand, but stretch, make sure you move around, make sure you stimulate yourselves up here too by listening to a lecture, by reading, by reciting the Quran or listening to it, and just be contemplative throughout the day, be active, move around and get that blood flowing because you definitely need it. Stay tuned for more, inshallah. I hope that you enjoyed this. Leave any other tips that you have to stay healthy during the month of Ramadan down below, and I will see you later, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.